What's up, y'all? It's oh so dope. If you guys are interested to see how I got this cute look on this 13 by 6 frontal, stay tuned. So this wig is from Aicrelery. I don't know if it's Aicrelery or Aicrelery, but y'all, they sent me a ball cap, two ball caps. They sent me this cute little satin bag, and yeah, it's a 26-inch wig, body wave. I washed it, so it's different texture now. But y'all, I bleached the knots on the wig. As y'all can see, it had the regular cap construction. I'm doing my ball cap method using this Eben lace bond. This one is like the extra extreme hold. I'm on the phone with my best friend, so if y'all see me laughing and talking, it's because we getting into it. Like, we talking about some stuff. So it was hilarious. But I'm taking my Fantasia spritz, I believe it's the super hold one, and I'm just taking my blow dryer to really melt that ball cap in. And then I'm gonna take some makeup and go over my ball cap just so everything can melt seamlessly underneath my lace. I really like this wig. The texture of it was so soft. And overall, I just had a really good experience with the hair. The knots bleached really well. When I did do my minimal plucking that I did actually do, it plucked really easily. It didn't have a smell. I really had no complaints on this hair. I didn't get much shedding either after I washed it and when I began to actually style it, because I did style this wig a couple of days before I actually posted the wrap up to this video. But it was really good. So I'm just cutting my ball cap and then just placing the wig over to kind of line everything up and get ready to see where I want to go ahead and glue everything. So I'm kind of just, you know, putting the wig on and just mapping out what I'm going to do. So since I didn't have any of my ghost bond, which is what I normally use, I'm taking this Eben lace. This one is called Forever Ultimate Glue, and it's the extreme firm hold, and I'm using that to kind of create my base layers so I can apply my wig. And I think I want to say I either did 2 or 3 layers, but I let each one completely dry before I did the last, and then I let it get tacky, and then I was like, all right, cool, it's time to apply this lace. So you guys will see me here in the next clip pulling the wig down and kind of lining everything up, just to see where it's at. If you notice, you see I'm placing it before I press it just to make sure it's in the right spot, because you don't want to press it down in there and get it stuck and then have to lift it up. So I lightly place it, and then, you know, that way I can kind of shift it around. Then I'm taking this rat tail comb and kind of holding my lace and combing through it as well. If y'all notice, a lot of times stylists will have clients hold their lace down. This is what I'm trying to mimic because it keeps everything tight. So now that glue is pretty much adhered, and I'm in this clip, I'm just combing the baby hair and stuff, the hairline back, basically, to get it out of my way so that I can properly dry and tie the wig down. That way it's nice and melted, and then later on after that I can pull out my baby hairs. So I just put 2 clips on each side of my head to get the hair out of the way, and I'm taking the same spray and doing the other side like that as well. So after I do that, I take my blow dryer and I'm hitting it all around that hairline to make sure that everything is set in, as you guys can see. And then I'm taking my elastic band. I like the thicker ones because they cover more space, and I can move it down a little bit and still get to my hairline. But yeah, so I'm doing that, taking my comb and just combing everything back once again to get it out of my way, because we're going to get ready to hot comb it back pretty soon. So now I'm taking my blow dryer once again and hitting that and making sure everything is nice And then I'm taking these tweezers. I didn't pluck off the mannequin head. I've never really plucked on my head before, but I was like, oh, let me try it, because I didn't get a chance to do much plucking, and this wig needed plucking, but not too much. I'm definitely gonna go back in and do more customization later, but I didn't really have a lot of time. I did this at 3 o'clock in the morning, y'all, and I had to work the next day, but I really wanted to get it done. So here you just see me. There was a little bit of residue from the makeup mixing with the glue. I guess it wasn't really dry on that side, but I just went ahead and combed it out and then sprayed it again to kind of adhere it back, because I had pulled it up some. And as you can see, it's looking decent. It's looking pretty good. Like I said, I didn't do too much plucking, but I feel like I did enough to make it, you know, look better, not so dense. And yeah, I'm just playing around with everything. And now I really like the method of keeping the lace on and then going through it, because it's easier. You guys can see the length. I'm kind of short, so this 26, it's not even straight and it's already to my butt. So when it's bone straight, it's gonna be definitely looking like a 30-inch. I'm taking my hot comb. I have this on one of the highest settings just because it gets it super sleek and straight. And y'all know I'm using my Care wax stick that I've had for probably like a year and some change now. It's lasted me forever. Best $17 I spent. But yes, I'm going through that hairline. As you can see, I'm going back in. This is a whole separate like clip of me going back in with it after I let it sit for a couple minutes, just because I really like my hairline really pressed out, because it makes it look more natural and it gets everything just looking more sleek. So as y'all can see, that's what it's looking like. It's looking pretty good. And just imagine if I had took maybe like 20 more minutes to do a little bit more plucking around the hairline, it would have been even better. But like I said, child, I was trying to go to bed. But yeah, now I'm just taking my scissors and cutting this in like a zigzag motion. You'll see that the hairline is still kind of white. It's like a cast. But girl, we can fix that. There's a way to fix that. So we would do that after the cutting has been done. So I'm literally just going around getting as close to the hairline as I can. We don't like to have a lot of extra lace because we don't need that. And that just makes your wig look wiggy. So now I'm going to the ear tabs. Y'all, this part scares me so much sometimes, like, because I just don't be wanting to mess up my wigs, because I've done it where I've cut off too much before, and you know, once you cut off too much, you can't go back. So I like to part it around my ear and split the hair off that I don't need, and then it kind of just works perfectly. You just got to take your time to make sure you don't cut yourself and that you don't cut too much, because if you cut less, then you can always go and kind of, you know, tailor it. But if you cut too much, it's really like no going back. So I just like to be careful and do that part. This is sped up so it looks fast, but I was going slow, y'all. So I'm doing the same thing on the other side, and literally all I do is just see where my ear is and like just go from there, and kind of map it out that way and see like what hair needs to go up, what hair needs to go down, because I don't want to cut any of the hair that's actually going to be a part of the hairline, because I've done that before too and it did not look right. So yeah, just doing the ear tabs that way everything can lay flush, everything looks good. You can tuck the hair behind the ear, all that. So to combat that cast that was kind of left from the glue that I used on the wig, just taking the even again, and as you can see, that took that cast away and all that. It was still a little bit white like by my ear, but the actual lace was good. So I slept with the band on, so that's why I'm looking a little different, because this is the next morning when I woke up to get ready for work. And I put some makeup over that as well. And yeah, I am just parting out my baby hairs, and it's not really much to that. All I did was take my hot comb and go through it. I went through it with the flat irons on the other side because I had turned my hot comb off, so I had to get them straight. It just makes it easier to, you know, maintain them when they're pressed. And then I just curl them back. Y'all seen a million people do this, so it's really, really easy to do. I have a mini flat iron, but child, I didn't feel like plugging it up. and it don't get hot as fast as my Conair one. I've had that flat iron for like 7-8 years and it has not failed me yet. Yeah, so I'm just doing my little baby hairs, swooping them. I thought about not doing any and just doing like a middle part, and then I changed my mind. And then I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna be late for work, so let me hurry up and make my choice, because I get real indecisive sometimes, y'all. I cut out the clip of me trying to figure out if I wanted to do a middle part or side part, a middle part, side part. I kept going back and forth, y'all, and that's why I was up so freaking late. So I'm doing the same thing there, and you'll see the clip will shift and I will be on the other side. And y'all, this was giving me such a hard time. I was so annoyed. It's because I was in a rush, and I hate rushing doing my hair because I just feel like I can't. It never, like, it always wants to give me a problem. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But I got it to look good in the end, so I was cool. I'm like, chow, I need to get my baby hairs right before I go to work. And I love doing flip over methods just because they look so cute, especially when you get the baby hairs like on point. So as y'all can see, I skipped the clip and I got the baby hairs going. They aren't perfect, but they do still look good. So yeah, I'm gonna now put my band back on again. Now my only thing with using this is letting it dry first and then tying it down. So I didn't get any clips that day because of course I was going to work. But as y'all can see, I got some cute little clips of me and how I styled the hair and everything when I went out on my date. Yes, honey, I hope y'all are loving this look. Please make sure to check the description for all the info, and I will see you guys in my next one.